Hello, hello. Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from Kangaroo City down here in Australia. And I have nothing on the front lawn except frozen kangaroos. And that's going to be a mess when Frosty the Snowman and the kangaroos start to melt. And they haven't gone to the bathroom for like 4 months, and they're going to go in my front yard. Well, anyway, kind of reminds me of the Mormon church and the shit they're in. Anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about here. I don't know. Some of you are so much quicker and funnier than I am. That's for damn sure. Some of you knew before I even got up this morning that the court, let me pull up the right court because the Mormons all say that I lie. Okay, here it is here. It's in the Salt Lake Tribune, Saturday, December 14th, 2013. And the federal judge declares Utah polygamy law unconstitutional. First you have the gays, and they try to manipulate that in California, have lost their ass in millions of dollars. Half of the states, nearly half the states, have allowed now gay marriage, and the Mormon church is just pedaling backwards. And then suddenly they said, well, let's throw Brigham Young under the bus. All of the niggers are still pissed at us, so, okay, Brigham Young made it up. He wasn't a prophet. He didn't talk to Jesus, and all the other prophets who said shit about the Negroes, they're idiots too. Well, now they've opened Pandora's box. And let me tell you something about Pandora. I knew her at BYU, and once she opened her box, it was nothing but a mess. Okay, anyway, let's go on here. It says here that the district court ruling finds key parts of the Utah polygamy laws unconstitutional. A U.S. district court judge has sided with the polygamous Brown family, ruling that the key parts of the Utah polygamy laws are unconstitutional. Judge Clark Wadrop's 91-page ruling issued Friday set a new legal precedent in Utah, effectively decriminalizing polygamy. Well, I've got the article linked down below. Just look where it says the blue, where it says produced, and then go underneath and click on that link. Here's the problem. Here's the problem, folks. The internet has basically dissolved the Mormon church. What's left of it is a group of circus clowns that they're going to perform their circus acts no matter what, because they get paid. They get paid. And there's some losers that are so desperate they're going to stay in the Mormon church. However, the rest of the world is laughing their ass off. We have for years, but now we have proof. Those of us that left the Mormon church because it was not a true church, it was a cult, are now exonerated. 100% exonerated. It is not a church. It is a corporation of the presidency of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's not a religious organization. Their 501(c)(3) is going to be taken away. They see it coming. The rest of us have all seen it coming for years and years. First of all, they didn't want ERA. They didn't want the women to have any equal protection. Well, they lost their ass on that. Well, when they saw the 2 paychecks coming in for tithing, they go, hey, put every woman to work. That's a good idea. We get double the money. Well, then they said, well, in 1978, we're going to lose our 501(c)(3). The IRS is after our ass and breathing down our throat. Let's let all the little black people join the church and have the priesthood like they're in line wanting to do it. They're one of the smarter races that didn't get into the Mormon church. Anyway, now they're down here in gay country. That should be a good Western song, gay country. Like in Wyoming, the gay country. I don't know. Anyway, they're going to lose the gay thing. And you're going to see, I think, I thought I would die before I would see 2 gays married in a Mormon temple. I'm not so sure. I'm thinking 3 years, 5 years, you're going to see gay men and lesbian women being married in Mormon temples. Well, now the church is taking a new hit in the nuts. This is called a double hitter. Anyway, the federal judge says, listen, your polygamy law in Utah says you cannot cohabitate. A man and a woman cannot live together unless they're married. Yeah, I know. All you people in other states go, what? Yeah, that's the law in Utah. If you're a man or you're a woman, you cannot live together. Well, if you're a gay man and a gay man, you're not supposed to live together either. That's cohabitating, and the same thing with lesbians. So anyway, the Mormon church is trying to force marriage on everyone, so it forces people to the temple, and people that go to the temple have to pay tithing. It's a financial push. Anyway, now the federal judge said you can have one wife and 100 concubines. They can all live in the house with you. It doesn't matter. And people can screw who they want. The bigamy law is fair still in Utah, like in most other states, that if a man or a woman pretends to be married to one woman and has a family or whatever, and then sneaks around and doesn't tell her that he has another family, that's bigamy, and you should be able and do go to jail in Utah for that. But now, you can put, I've been thinking of putting a little ad in the classified going, very friendly old man. Mercy's going to kill me. She never watches my videos, so I'm pretty safe. This morning, she said to me, no, I'm not doing something weird. I'm pouring water into my glass here. She said to me, well, now that polygamy is legal, are you having some ideas? And I said, well, no. And then, as I said no, I did that. You're not funny. You're not funny. Anyway, if there's anybody out there that's over 18 and wants to live in a polygamous family, and anyway, never mind. I cancel my ad. So anyway, the Mormon Church is deep, deep, deep in trouble. Now here's some of the other problems. The Book of Abraham is fake. As fake as Joseph Smith. What the hell are they going to do with that? There's no such language as Reformed Egyptian. And the Rosetta Stone shows that the Book of Abraham has nothing to do with Abraham. But the Mormon Church makes the missionaries carry it as a standard works. Well, the standard works is a funeral mass in Egypt that the Mormon girls and boys carry around with them. Well, what are they going to do with the Book of Abraham? Say, well, Joseph wasn't perfect. He was perfect getting teenage girls in bed. That he was perfect in. Anyway, they got to get rid of the Book of Abraham. Now, for the first time this morning, I said to Mercy, who came to this country feeling less than equal because she had dark skin. I said, how do you feel about your church lying to you all these years, making you feel less than a white person, and now you find out they didn't even come and tell you in sacrament meeting they changed their mind, that Brigham Young was a hoax and did not have Jesus' approval on that 125-year doctrine that hurt everybody, and they didn't come and tell you about it. You're a member. I'm a non-member, and I know more than you, and you look like a horse's ass, don't you? Well, no Filipino will ever admit that they're a horse's ass. That's an American admission. Anyway, what do? Let's say that you have the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK, come to the United States and go, we're sorry. All of those Negroes that were dangling on the trees down there in the south, we're sorry. We didn't mean that. They're equal. God didn't tell us to do that. We just did that because we were discriminating. We were afraid of other races. We were ignorant. We didn't read. We didn't write. We just have the Confederate flag wrapped around our butt. Now we're sitting on it. We're sorry. Do you think all of the families of the black people whose posterity was hanged, killed, beaten, kept from public schools and from decent educations, kept from marrying, voting, driving, owning houses, that should all just be erased? Erased. We're sorry. We're sorry. How about the Nazis? 6 million Jews, and the Nazis come on TV and they go, oh shit, oh, we didn't know that Hitler was as mean as he was. We didn't know what all those gas chambers were. We thought they were heating units for the prisoners of war. We didn't know the people were going up in the smoke. So 6 million Jews are dead, and the Nazis have apologized, and now the Jewish nation says, oh, I will put down our atomic bombs now. We don't think you're going to do that again to us. This admission by the Mormon Church is one of the most historical admissions by any church or cult ever. For 3 generations, they have preached hatred. They have caused little children to say to their parents, well, why can't we be Mormons? Oh, well, we're of the blood of Cain, and they say that, you know, we're fence-sitters, that we're not valiant, and maybe someday we can be servants in the celestial kingdom. How many children, how many teenagers, how many young people that were in school in a Mormon community, say in Utah, were treated because of the way the Mormon Church taught people to hate, to hate, to hate. This is not a church, folks. This is not a church. This is definitely a cult. What are they going to do with the Book of Mormon? It has the white and delightsome. They took the word white out a couple of years ago. Now it's pure and delightsome. But it also says if the Lamanites live the gospel, the curse will be lifted from them, and they will turn white, and that the white skin is more valiant than the dark skin, and the dark skin shows slothfulness, laziness, and lack of spirituality. How many changes are they going to have to do to the Book of Mormon, which Joseph Smith said is the most correct book in the world? They've already made 3,000. It's a little more than 3 to 4,000 changes since Joseph Smith. Now they're going to have to pull out major doctrines. How long can Mormon people be stupid? Well, you know, you could run the Mormon Church in a mental institution or in a special education retreat camp. These are now the little bus people. Anybody that continues in the Mormon Church is a little bus person. The evidence is way, way too overwhelming. No reasonable human being could think this is really a church after the opening of the floodgates of Brigham Young. Thanks.